to the starting lineup. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. It's great to be with you on a Monday afternoon as we get set for this broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Knicks have young talent and some promising draft picks. For that reason, they feel they're well-positioned to trade for a star if one becomes available. The Knicks front office member described that as the best path for them. In the Big Apple, there is little patience for a long rebuild.
A little patience indeed. It's interesting. Thank you, David. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Bucket is out there with Patrick Patterson. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard, and it's a small forward. And for the Knicks, filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. And so off the tip, it's New York. He kicks to Bullock. In the corner, Barrett with it. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot, and that one drops for him.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft, RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
Here's Payton following the score by Reggie Jackson. Robinson kicks to Barrett. Misses the 3. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Here's George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. You know, Greg, you asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
Leonard against Barrett. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Randall. Randall, it's good on the putback.
Well, you love to see Julius Randle attack the offensive glass, get to his second chance opportunities. That's really well done.
And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. To the paint, and it's George finishing it off.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Bobbed up there for Robinson. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Leonard against Barrett. Shoots over Leonard.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem for offensive players.
Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
And to get open is Robinson, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Gives over Bullock. Here's Ibaka. It's rebounded by New York.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Payton kicks to Barrett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
First free throw is good.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
So he gets them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Jackson with the bounce pass. Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist, and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Leonard against Barrett, shoots it up, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Leonard's got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
George against Burks. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Beautiful touch from Burks. He excels at knocking down these mid-range shots.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. The Clippers also changing it up. Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Williams in for Jackson. Here's Morris. Here's Leonard. Zubac kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go. And the jumper is on the mark. He's got 8.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already, he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Gibson up top. Pass to Barrett from past the arc. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Well, the big man, Taj Gibson, pretty assist there.
Williams dishes to Leonard. Over Barrett. Again, the Clippers.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Passes it to Barrett. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Randall no good. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Leonard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Toppin, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Alec Burks. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for the Knicks, making a switch here. Rivers checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. And so he hits both. Knicks trail by 5. Rivers surveying the D. They get a hand on it. 32 seconds left to play in the first. Mann gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. Pass to Gibson. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
This guy is a committed scorer. You get physical with R.J. Barrett. He knows how to stay under control.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And that one falls for Barrett. Outside Williams. From downtown. That one's not going to go. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win. And there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together. We move the ball. We make sacrifices. And we enjoy getting stops.
Break that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Williams. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the Clippers making a switch here. Patterson's checked in.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Rivers against Kennard. Rivers passes to Gibson. Rivers with it. No points in the game yet for him. 5 on the clock. The 17-footer hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And Gibson always has had a solid mid-range game. You can't let him get comfortable from that spot.
And there's the pass to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. The free throw drops for Rivers.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Now Robinson. After the missed 3 from Elfrid Payton, Robinson kicks to Rivers. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. To the inside. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Here's Jackson. Good D by Payton. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Pass to Rivers. Back to Payton. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. In the corner, Kennard with it. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Payton outside. Here's Bullock, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And yes, it's good.
Boy, at 6'4", Elfrid Payton has great size at his position and uses it to his advantage to score inside.
Passes it to Ibaka. And he banks in the layup.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Knicks trailed by 3. Payton dishes to Toppin. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bullock, good.
Boy, found a little room from behind the arc, and there was no hesitation. Just lets it fly.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Here's Jackson. Pass to Kabengele. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Burks against Jackson. Burks can't get it to go.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Leonard draws the double. A wide open look here for Ibaka. They get the rebound.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Burks. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Burks has got his second bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Down low. And Randle throws it down.
Well, the emphatic finish from Julius Randle. Get off your feet, young sir.
Burks with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Burks leading the charge.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The Knicks shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. And Barrett subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing. Back to Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, this is a go-to shot for sweet Lou Williams. The 3 ball is there.
Inside. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
That those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Zubac's with it, picked up by Barrett. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That'll be his second foul of the game. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now the pass to Leonard. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Leonard doesn't give the defense time to react. His catch-and-shoot game is on point.
Now here's Randall. With 2 seconds left. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 8 points, and you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the wing position at both ends of the floor. It has some comparing him, oh, wait for it, to the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Kenny, you buying what I'm sort of selling?
No, man, there's not enough in your store to buy that, man. I tell you, but he is good. He's got strength to get to his spots, the elbow, the post, the back down. They got some common threads, but that's not the same sweater.
Look, he plays at his own pace. Jordan is Jordan, but Kawhi's an all-time great in his own way, but I wouldn't say he's fine.
The game about ready to get back underway. Let's send you to Kevin Harlan for the call. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Reggie Bullock is out there with Peyton, and it's Gibson in at the 5. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Pass to Bullock. Back to Peyton. Trying to get open is Randall. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 4 on the bucket from Peyton.
I'll tell you, pull out the floater when necessary. Elfrid Payton pretty.
The shot's good.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Here's Peyton. The rebound by Patterson. Clippers leading by 6. And it's Leonard top of the key. Leonard draws the double. Kicks to Patterson. George looking over the floor. Yep, that one goes. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Pass to Bullock. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. In the corner, George with it. Shoots over Bullock. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And Patterson kicks to George. Jackson trying to break free. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Patterson.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Payton passes to Bullock. Patterson against Barrett. He dishes it to Robinson. Poked away. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. In the corner, Ibaka with it. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Rivers, he's checked in for New York. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Barrett dishes to Robinson. It's Rivers on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. Rivers can't get it to go.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now here's Patterson. 5 to shoot. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Leonard. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Pass to Robinson. He kicks it to Barrett. Lets it go with the 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Jackson against Rivers. Jackson passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double to the middle. Here's Ibaka.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Rivers passes to Barrett. Jackson comes over with the double. Here's Randall. And the rejection by Ibaka. The 17-footer. Again, Los Angeles.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Knicks trail by 15. And here's Rivers. Here's Robinson. It's blocked.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir. You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Here's Jackson.
Timeout.
Mitchell Robinson making his last shot. And the Clippers call time here. And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his second season.
And maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Outside Leonard. He gets stolen by Randall. From down low. Misses off the left iron. Clippers leading by 13. Williams scanning the floor. Leonard on the wing. Leonard draws the double. There's the pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard attacking. Robinson with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Quickly. Good D by Williams. LA's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Morris outside. Los Angeles with another miss. New York's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Burks' shot is good.
Burks takes no time getting that shot up, ready on the catch.
Williams finds George. Barrett against Leonard. Back to George. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Robinson up top. Zubac's defending. Barrett against Leonard. They get it again. Here's Randall, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got 8.
Well, the strength of Julius Randle is an obvious asset. This guy, despite being undersized, is able to finish through contact.
Now Leonard. 20 points for him. To Williams from the arc, kept alive. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Clippers on top, up by 11. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. One quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. And it's man in at the 3. Now here is George. Zubac with it. Over in the corner, Williams trains the three-pointer. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Los Angeles. Passes to Robinson. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett is always working on his perimeter game, and he makes easy work at the mid-range.
To the paint, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And George kicks to Williams. The Clippers keep it alive. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Now, here's Barrett. Not a lot of room. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Endorse, the Knicks have made it clear they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson is going to be a problem in this league.
He misses the free throw. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Lou Williams. and he can't hit the second. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And the shot goes in.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
That's good from Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Barrett, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Barrett's got 9 points here in the second half.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Morris with the bucket.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Payton dishes to Toppin. Pass to Robinson, beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Knicks trail by 17. Payton passes to Bullock. Back to Payton. New York moving the ball around. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's George. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubats. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 19.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Los Angeles on D. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. For 3, Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Pulls it from the elbow. And the jumper falls for him. Leonard's got 22 points.
Kawhi Leonard has averaged 25+ across multiple seasons. We are talking about an elite scorer.
Leonard against Barrett. Payton in the corner. There's the triple. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Well, this is an area of his game that he's continuing to work on. Elfrid Payton's three-point shooting getting better and better.
Jackson against Barrett. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Leonard, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Randall's checked in for Toppin.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% And he guarded LeBron James.
Now, here's Barrett. Randall with the bucket.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Leonard on the wing. And that one drops.
Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form. Makes it look easy right there.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
The first free throw is good.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Both shots good from the stripe. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the fourth. The pass to Zubac. Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. From 11 feet away. He's off on that one. And New York will come the other way. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And slam dunk by Noel.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
That one goes in.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Here's Brazdeikis. It's hauled in by Coffey.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now, here's Kennard. Passes it to Mann. 6 to shoot. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Here's Payton. So the Clippers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, you seem to pick it up offensively down the stretch. So what changed for you?
I just started to knock down shots, got my rhythm going, my teammates found me, and just kept going from there.
Well, it rode all the way to a win, and I know you like that, man, so appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.